Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Donkey of the Day for Thursday, May 14th goes to a young man named Maurice Fain, who goes by the name of Arkansas Mo. Now, I have no idea who Maurice Fain is. I don't know who Arkansas Mo is, but they're the same person. But all the news reports I read from CNN, Fox News, The Hollywood Reporter, all say he stars on VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I haven't watched that show in a minute, so I have no idea. I do know yesterday I read a story about him that pissed me off. And that's exactly why he's getting the credit he deserves for being stupid today. Now, we all have heard about the Paycheck Protection Program, right? PPP. Mm-hmm. Well, if you haven't, yes. If I had to explain PPP for donkeys, it simply gives small business loans to continue to pay employees and cover other business expenses during this coronavirus crisis. If you don't use that money to pay your employees, you eventually have to pay that money back, okay? The whole goal of the loans is to keep workers employed during the pandemic. Now, there's been a lot of conversation surrounding the fact that this money isn't getting to the people who actually need it, especially small Black-owned businesses. There are small businesses I support, like Evelyn's Kitchen here in New York. I've seen them venting their frustrations about not receiving any PPE, which has to be frustrating, especially when you see multi-million-dollar, sometimes billion-dollar businesses like the Los Angeles Lakers and Shake Shack receive money. There have been websites by prominent Black figures like Robert F. Smith, dropping the clues bombs for Robert F. Smith, chairman of Vista Equity Partners. Remember, we had him on the Breakfast Club to discuss QuickBase.com, which is a website brothers and sisters with small businesses can go to help them get in the queue to get some of these loans. Okay, you know, Diddy, drop one of the clues bombs for Diddy. He launched ourfairshare.com, which is essentially the same thing, a website you can go to that helps you, you know, get through some of this red tape faster. Okay, I'm saying all that to say I have watched a lot of people who need and want these loans for the right reasons not be able to get them. Which brings me to Arkansas Mo, Maurice Fain. Okay, he runs a corporation called Flame Trucking. All right. And he submitted a PPP loan application for the company on April 15th, stating that the business had 107 employees and an average monthly payroll of $1.4 million. All of this according to an affidavit for the criminal complaint. Okay. Flame Trucking asked for a loan of $3.7 million and certified that the loan proceeds would be used to retain workers and maintain payroll or make mortgage interest payments, lease payments, and utility payments, because that's exactly what is specified you should do under the Paycheck Protection Program. Well, United Community Bank ultimately funded the loan. They didn't give him the $3 million, but they gave him $2,045,800 back in April. Well, would you like to know what happened next? Let's go to Fox 5 Atlanta for the report, please.
Maurice Mo Fain is out on bond, but authorities say they're monitoring him closely because not long after FBI agents interviewed him, he used his cell phone to look up countries with no extradition laws. The 37-year-old sole owner of Flame Trucking, who can be seen on episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, is in trouble with the feds for alleged fraud. The reality TV personality's April 15th loan application stated his business had 107 employees. Fain applied for a more than $3 million loan to maintain payroll and other payments. Documents show the bank gave him a more than $2 million loan. Days later, the U.S. Attorney's Office says Fain used more than half of that to buy a Rolex presidential watch, a diamond bracelet, 5-carat diamond ring, lease a Rolls Royce, and pay $40,000 for child support. May 6th, federal agents interviewed Fain, who admitted to applying for a loan but denied spending the money on anything but his business. According to Arvest Bank, Flame Trucking's account was closed September 17th, 2019.
You know, before I continue with this story, I would love to play a game of Guess What Race It Is! I usually do this at the end, but I got to do this now. Okay, I have to, just for my own amusement. All right, Maurice Fain stars on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Black.
He had a trucking company.
Black.
Applied for over $3 million in PPP loans.
Black.
Ended up getting a little over $2 million. And
Black.
spent $1.5 million on $85,000 in jewelry.
Black.
Including a Rolex watch.
Black.
A diamond bracelet.
Black.
A 5-carat diamond ring. He
Black.
also leased, did I say leased? A 2019 Rolls Royce Wraith.
Black.
And he paid $40,000 in back child support. Envy
Black,
and Angela Yee. Also those listening in the car or on the iHeartRadio app. Guess what race he is?
Ooh, can I go first? What? Can I go
What
first?
do you think, Envy?
I was leaning towards white, right? Black. He black. Like black. Like he's black.
Angela Yee? What do you think? Guess what race he is?
He's black, African American.
Powerful.
Oh, guess what? You're both wrong. All right? He's not black. He's a nigga. All right? All right? A pure-bred grade A nigga. Okay, yes, Uncle Ruckus, you are correct. It is heavy niggatry at work here. And in the immortal words of Rick James, they should have never given you niggas money. Right? See, it's humorous as I find this story. It's humorous as I find these levels of niggatry. It bothers me because there are a lot of small businesses struggling right now. You took $2+ million out of the hands of black-owned businesses that really need it. You know what I'm saying? You know how many brothers and sisters really need that money and you out here giving it right back to the government, giving it right back to the white man because you want to buy jewelry and fancy-ass cars? Now, there has been a lot of confusion among small business owners about PPP guidelines because a question that has been asked commonly is, can business owners be permitted to pay themselves a salary or take an owner's draw? I don't know the answer to that question, but I do know it's something that rubs me the wrong way about a man using the PPP money to buy jewelry and fancy cars. And according to the police affidavit, when asked if he used the money to buy the Rolls-Royce Wraith. Listen to this. This is true. It's in the police affidavit. When asked if he used the money to buy the Rolls-Royce Wraith, he replied, kinda, sorta, not really. Okay? Now, Fain told the agents that he believed he had the right to use parts of the PPP loan proceeds for other business purposes and for working capital. My nigga, look at me. Tell me, what part of the trucking game does jewelry play? Okay? What business purposes of the trucking game is a Rolls-Royce Wraith? Not to mention his Flames trucking account was closed on September 19th. I'm trying to figure out, number one, are they not vetting people for this PPP money? And if they are vetting people, why aren't the folks who really need it getting it? These are all questions that inquiring minds want to know. But in the meantime, Maurice, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're taking food off people's plates for your own personal gain. And that, to me, is some legendary sucker shit. Please give Maurice Faines the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
I just want to say, though, a lot of people did. Bob Parsons, who owns GoDaddy, he got an $8 million PPP loan. He did just give it back. He owns GoDaddy. He's a billionaire. Yeah, you know how people host their websites on GoDaddy.com?
Well, it's not. I don't think it's based on revenue. It's based on how many employees you got. So if you have if you have less than a certain amount of employees, you have to have less than 500
employees in order to be able to get that. But come on, dude, like you're a billionaire.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
I mean,
saying? A lot of people ended up giving back a lot of people did end up giving back the money, though, like Shake Shack and a lot of corporations. The Lakers, we talked about that. You know, people were getting
why fill it out to give it back, though? What, like, did they get a heart later on and say, you know what, maybe we just don't need this money?
I think sometimes your financial team does that. I think that a lot of people's financial teams do it for them, and then they get approved, and then they get the money. That's what I think happens in situations like that.
Right. So, y'all, if you are applying for these loans and you don't need them for your business, let the small businesses who really need these loans get that money. And be clear, it is a loan, so it can be forgiven if you use it for the right purposes, for making sure that you can pay your employees, pay your lease, whatever it is that you need it for. It's not just for you to just have some more money. So,
and it's damn sure not for you to stunt
at all.
What do you mean? I'm about to do it today. I'm about to get me a Bugatti.
No, you're not.
I'm about to get me a new ring, a new chain. I'm about to get what's that chain that T-Pain had back in the day? Big ass chain. I'm gonna get me big ass chain.
I'm letting you know right now, if you do that, you're definitely gonna miss your daughter's graduation because you're in jail. Okay, sir. All right.
And you do have to meet certain guidelines to be forgiven for this loan. So just know, if you apply for it and you get it, they are gonna investigate.
People got to be smarter than that.
Just make sure you're doing the right thing with it. Make sure that money is going to your employees. That's it.
There's a lot of people that need that, man. So please don't take advantage of it.
Please don't.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
Yes, sir.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive note. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.